Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time we were checking out the studio, and we found a key card. I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do from here. I think we're just supposed to leave. Hope I didn't miss anything. I think we're good, though. Let's just go back to the main gate. If someone, like, stops us for whatever reason, maybe? Oh, she has a lot of stuff to talk about. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? All that. I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate, with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. Reason for suspicion. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go, you may pass... no matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1 o'clock. The murder happened around 2:30, you see. The only one I seen go through here between 1 o'clock and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you. Gahaha, good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. We're really not, ma'am. We have things that we need to do. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, jeez, excuse me. I swear I don't smoke or anything. Okay. Oh, he was just the biggest star in the studio. Was, past tense. Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard. Who can blame him? Yeah, you're pretty fond of the guy. See that. About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photo on the computer over there in the guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. That could be very useful evidence. Actually. Computer that runs the studio camera. Security cameras, jeez. Hey, no touching! Ugh. Okay, well, either I missed something back there, or we're supposed to go back to here. I don't know what we're supposed to do here. I'm starting to think I just didn't examine enough things. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. What kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Huh. Well, I can't really... Like, there's nothing to do here, so I think I missed some stuff back in the dressing room in the studio area. I must have. Like, I don't see anywhere else I could have anything. Unless it wants me to go back to the detention center or the employee area, but I don't really know what it wants me to do. But we'll figure it out. Okay, so, No, I want to go. I want to go to the employee area. But I do want to take a look at that card key we got. Card key for studio employees, grants entry into Studio 1. Oh, well. Does that still mean that we can't go there? Or... I guess we have to use it on something. Here, I'll try presenting it to both the security lady and Mr. Gumshoe. Could you tell me about this, ma'am? Oh, isn't that a studio card key? You better watch it. The scene of a murder is no place for sightseeing. I'll be taking that handed over. Wait, no, that's mine. Look, I don't have a card key to the studio, see? I just want to pay my respects to Jackhammer where he died. Well, you just have to wait. Oh no, we better get out of here before it's too late. I guess I'll just bring it to Gumshoe then? Because I can't present it to the studio door. Hey, detective, take a look at this. What's that? Whoa. Don't show him that, he'll confiscate it. Oh, I just wanted to show it off. Is Studio 1 not a... No, like, I want to use it on the Studio 1 door. Examine. If I examine the Studio 1 door. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jackhammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we brought from the dressing room will work. Babe. It opened. Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Alright, let's go into Studio 1 then. Okay, I love how the outline of the body has the samurai. That's awesome. Studio 1. No. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it just give you shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was a samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Alright, let's check everything out. They outlined where Jackhammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. Guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Yeah, that is kind of funny. By the way, before I forget, I saw something pretty cool on Twitter the other day. There's a Phoenix Wright anime coming out. And that's awesome. Although, quality-wise, it does look a little off. But, hey, I don't know yet. May not be final product. What about this chair? What's going on here? Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of the filming. At the start of the filming, really? And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more troubled than I thought. Examine. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you, no touching that. Oh, it's a girl. Another voice I can't replicate because my voice is way too deep. Great. Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. Huh, weird. Instead of ECT, they actually say etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Well, I can't disagree with how enthusiastic she is. I guess let's ask her some questions. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see? Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studios aren't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. I see, neat. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to studio. They look like pals, like, hey, there's a steak they were having. And some, let's see, what's going on here? I don't know who that, is that the security guard? It looks like it, but I can't tell. Lady back there's the assistant, Powers, and Samurai Man, who oddly enough looks really close to a fighting game character. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Do you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No. I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry. Sorry so much for getting confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry. I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about, a clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? That's great evidence. Yeah, several times. Sorry if my voice is just going back and forth right now. Yeah, I sensed it several times. His power level was so high. I don't know, I still feel it right now. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. So what don't you think then? The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here on that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Those glasses, I don't trust those glasses. I see murder in her eyes. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Yeah, let's do it. What about you sensing someone? That's kind of weird. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew is in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came to the studio, she must have seen them. You're right. Let's examine the room a bit more. See, Maya almost already broke the camera. What about the light? Wow, look at that camera. It must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Okay, it's just the camera again. I think that's everything aside from this backdrop. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain, Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo. Oh, right. Of course, Neo Old Tokyo changes location, right? Okay, so if that's not gonna work out too well, looks like we're gonna have to go back and meet the security lady and ask her who else she saw come in. Even though she's probably just gonna say no one. And the only thing we have is the guess that someone came in. October 16th, Global Studios main gate. By the way, that pop culture reference right there. I'm not sure if it's pop culture, but Universal Studios, Global Studio, get it. Good. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Yeah, I'm looking at something far worse than a ghost right now, lady. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Jeez. Ugh. Yeah, I know, Maya. You have a right to be afraid. She said something about my hair and insulting me, but whatever. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We're just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her, she's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouths. Oh god, she's doing this thing again. Her face was really nice for a second, then it went scary, and now she left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulder. Yeah, let's just go and check out the security booth. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Yeah, just try it. Alright, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock. That's when the security lady arrived at the guard station. I think it was 7... No, was it 307? I think it was 307. Yeah, okay. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is always the one that wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh, October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m. photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one on the computer. So someone deleted the other photo. Very suspicious. Hey Nick, can't we just use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said anyway. Let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you should be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. It could be. To be continued. Yeah. Awesome. October 18th, 10 o'clock a.m. Court District, courtroom number 4. Ignore this. This is... nothing. Don't look at that. That's stupid. Why would you ever look at that? The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Oh yeah, he's back. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it is important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jackhammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman who is the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. After lunch, the victim, Jackhammer, went to the Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Oh no, what a bummer. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest and was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Huh, should I listen to the whole thing again? Nah. We're good, Phoenix. I think I can probably... Oh no, I'm supposed to remember it. So, the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Really, Judge? Really? Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Alright, Edgeworth, just me and you now. Will the witness declare her name? Oh, Lord. This is way scarier. Okay, guys, this concludes my LP of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Welcome to Phoenix Wright Gate to Hell. Seriously. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? Oh, I'm using the wrong voice. I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Yeah, it's happened before. Windy old bag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. So even when I was young, back in my day, prosecutions weren't even like this. My voice is cracked. I tried to do this voice. Objection! I object to the witness talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony now. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Yeah, I know, right? So I guess let's listen to this testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by at 2 p.m. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let us begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I'm gonna have to review the evidence again and see if I can... Okay, so we have a photo taken at 2 p.m. and it's photo number 2. We have the spirit self. A card key. A guide map. Which doesn't tell us a whole lot. Okay, that's not a lie. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. Hold it! A run through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by the noon. And they were to use the afternoon practice. Oh god, her voice is slowly changing. Alright. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping. When he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? Well, I had some errands. What were those errands? Tell me your personal life. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. I don't know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know? Observing. Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. I never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from there until 5 o'clock. Did you see the victim then? I did see poor old... Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. I was at the main gate there until 5 o'clock. See, taking it 2 p.m. Photo number 2. Alright, cause of death, 2:30. A guide map to the Global Studios. Unless the guide map can tell us there's another way in, but there's the main gate. And that's where she works. To get to either way, she would have seen them, so... Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Is that correct? I just read it. Yeah. Indeed. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by at 2 p.m. 2 o'clock, you're sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get excited at your age. You might strain something. Oh, how he's just like, are you serious? Am I gonna have to get down there? Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there heading towards the studio. Hold it. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again, it was him. Nick, doesn't she seem like she's enjoying this a little too much? Windbags loves gossiping about other people's misfortunes. Ugh. Can't she get her kicked somewhere else? Alright, I think I know what to do. I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong. This is as close as what we have. Because she says that she saw Powers But from this photo, you can't really... Yes, got it! Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag? Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course, didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that Powers is right. Yeah. Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. That was an interesting, like, her mouth just exploded. I know that, I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you that, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo, Mr. Will Powers, do you? Or is Mr. Will Powers? Noisy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't give it a second look. Oh. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. Alright, I'm gonna stop this episode here. Thank you guys for watching very much once again. Leave, like, a like or whatever in the comment section, and throw your subscribe into the report flag box. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Raiden out.